It's not doing as good. It used to do better than that. Battery must be getting low. How's everybody doing this morning? Child of grace. Anyway, child of grace. I found something here this morning I want to talk about. It's talking about, we are allowed to call somebody a brother or sister, discern that in them and address them as brothers and sisters. But we're not allowed to decide whether somebody is not one of his. Let's just put it that way, because right up to the last second, somebody is in this world, they can be regenerated into eternal life. So we're not allowed to do that. And I was just thinking about that this morning. I see some of them on the internet. They're out there hollering at folks and everything. But anyway, and I noticed this right here, this text, which said, therefore, judge nothing before the time until the Lord come, who both will bring the light of the hidden things of darkness and will make manifest the counsel of the heart, and then shall every man have praise of God. In other words, let's don't judge anything. We can judge matters and judge whether, to have anything to do with, we can make judgments, but we can't pass sentence, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, in our heart on different people, because we don't know, they might be God, they might be one of his. God used all kind of people in the Old Testament that you'd say, well, good night, they certainly can't be one of his. Just think of them, Manasseh, Saul, different people that you say, wow, Samson. A lot of these people you would think couldn't possibly be his. But, so we're not to judge anything in that way. We can judge whether somebody's a child of grace by their, but we can look at them if they got love and they're generally kind. We can think maybe they were our brothers. There's nothing wrong with addressing somebody that way, but don't go the other side of the thing. That's my advice. But anyway, I wanted to show you why, brother and sister. I was looking at that was 1 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, the 5th verse. Therefore judge nothing before the time until the Lord come, who both will bring the light of the hidden things of darkness and will make manifest the counsel of the heart. And then shall every man have praise of God. He'll that's when we'll find out, brothers and sisters. Not now, So let's not judge that. But we can make judgments about different things. Everybody makes judgments. And that's what you call being led of the Spirit. We make judgment, but we don't pass sentence. Only God can pass sentence. Some people want to judge and pass sentence. That's what a judge does. He passes the sentence. Let God pass the sentence. Vengeance is his. But anyway, look at this right here. Talking about different, this is talking about God's people right here. This is the 3rd chapter. Just go back a chapter, about the 12th verse. Let's say, 11th verse. For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Jesus Christ. That's the foundation. That started at 11th. Now, if any man build upon the foundation of gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it. See, because it shall be revealed by fire, brothers and sisters, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. Brothers and sisters, there's no faking right here. I'm sure most of mine is burned up. But if any man's work abide, which he has built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. I believe that God has people that he rewards people uh, in the in the world to come. And it says, if any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss. But he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Brothers and sisters, lots of God's people, they're just out there faking it. And it's works that are based on vanity, man's vanity, but yet they are children of grace. This is addressed to his people. What does it says? Yet, but he himself shall be saved, yet is so by fire. In other words, it's going to be tough. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? We're his temple. So he's looking down at his temple. And I look, and then listen to this. If any man defile the temple of God, if any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy, for the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. Brothers and sisters, what is he saying here? He's saying that he's going to destroy some of these temples of God, these right here, out of this present world. This is not, brothers and sisters, talking about, in my view, talking about an eternal destruction. It's talking about a temporal destruction. Lots of people, for defiling his temple, meet what I call a unceremonious departure from this present evil world, because they defile the temple of God in thought, word, and deed, and it doesn't please God. So they leave here. He said, him will God destroy. But that doesn't mean he doesn't love him. Doesn't mean they're going to not be with him in eternity. Why? Because he loves them. Okay? Which temple ye are. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their craftiness. And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain. Don't we know it? Therefore let no man glory in men, for all things are yours, whether Paul or Apollos, or I can't pronounce that word, of the world of life or death, things present or things to come, all are yours, and you are Christ, and Christ is God. But I wanted to point out on that one, brothers and sisters, is that our works there's going to be works that burn up. I'm sure most of mine are not going to stand. If they're mixed with a little vanity, I'm sure that's, but what I'm trying to say is, whatever works stand, well, he'll give a reward for it. It'll be tried by fire. It won't be any fakey. Nobody can fake it, Nobody can fool anybody. People get on there and they fool people, and they think that, but God knows the heart. And so we're not to judge anything before that time, brothers and sisters. We can judge whether they're a child of grace, and we can call them brother. He says we can do that. But we can't say, well, you're the devil and this and that, Jesus said, you of your father the devil, but we're not Jesus. We don't have perfect discernment, brothers and sisters. So just want to get on there and bring this love scripture, while I'm thinking about it, But anyway, we're not to judge people in that manner, but we can make judgments about people. We can say, well, I don't think I'm going over that person because he's a false teacher. I'm not going to listen to that. You can make that kind of judgment, but you can't judge his eternal soul. But anyway, I was thinking on some things I wanted to bring up. I wanted to do one on my old ones about the rich young ruler. I'm exactly the opposite of most people on the internet on the rich young ruler. I wanted to do one on John 15, the difference in the sonship and discipleship, how they trick you on that. But I'll have to think on that, and I'll have to work on that. Might just look it up and just put it up on the internet. Some of my old ones, put it, if I can find a way to bring them up, just because about the rich young ruler, how that Jesus loved the rich young ruler. And that's the smoking gun verse that everybody just reads over. It said Jesus loved the rich young ruler, and they read all the things that they think is threatening in that. And well, I don't want to get into that too much because I'm gonna put it up in the future. The rich young ruler and John 15, the fires of John 15 are not hell. That's what I was gonna put, because I went to a conference one time and they spoke on John 15 because it was the most threatening sounding thing in the Bible, but they totally had it wrong. And anyway, I was going to do I might just put one up, one of my old ones up and let you listen to that about John 15. But anyway, that's what I was thinking on this morning, John 15. The fires of John 15 are not the fires of hell. Well, I don't want to spoil it for you, but those that hadn't seen it, that I go through all the threatening verses in the Bible and try to, because I know they've all been used on me, and try to break them down and show you where they're not right. They're in John 15. I'll give you a clue on John 15. In John 15, they're interpreting discipleship verses for sonship verses. The sonship, discipleship distinction. There's a sonship and there's the discipleship distinction. I'm going to do a video on that, I hope. And anyway, that's in John 15. And then the other one is on where the rich young ruler. Jesus loved the rich young ruler. He beheld him and he loved him. So we know that the rich young ruler's in heaven, but the lesson behind that is the whole text is that you can't, it's impossible to keep God's law. And that wasn't going to be the reason why he entered in. But anyway, I got to get out of here. I'm just rambling. I was thinking about those verses. I thought I'd bring them up. Can't decide. You can't make that call, brothers and sisters. Who the brother is? You can make the call if you want to call somebody a brother, but you can't make the call that all these people out here are going to hell, because we don't know. Right up until the thief on the cross, right there on the cross, he was murmuring out threats. He was right in there with all the rest, against Jesus. And then all of a sudden, the new birth took place, and he was singing a different tune right there at the end. Because the new birth took place, he was a child of grace. That is why I say we cannot, we can't go, call it people the devil and all this kind of stuff on the internet. I don't do that. I hope I don't ever do that. I'll be out of my mind if I do. But anyway, peace and love from this old boy down here in Alabama.